Hey, how's it going, guys? I'm Paradoxic, and welcome back to Stargirl. This time we're on Season 1, Episode 7, titled Shiv, Part 1. So we're getting a two-parter this season, we're getting a two-parter. Last episode we had the Justice Society, and we were finally introduced to what the new rendition of the Justice Society is, the new roster of the Justice Society. So we had Wildcat, Dr. Midnight, Owlman, Stargirl, and then finally Stripe coming into the rescue. But they teamed up for their first mission, which was to try and capture the gambler and see what he knew. But then they ran into Sportsmaster and Tigress, otherwise known as the parents of Artemis, the female athlete of the school. So they were there and they were badass. It was a really, really cool fight scene to see. And then they got like a cool team shot thing at the end. And then Stripe came in and it became an even bigger team shot. The shot that we saw from Crisis, so that was really cool. But yeah, we got our official first team up with all of them actually joining forces and stuff to do their thing, which didn't work. Gambler still got away with the access codes to the satellite, and Sportsmaster and Tigress got away, but in the end they did realize that, this is the new team now, and even Pat came to terms with that, they're not going to give the stuff back. They're determined, they're willing, they're ready. They just need the training. So he did kind of point that out that, okay, so this is the new team you got, but you all need training. You all need to get used to this kind of stuff. Things like that. So that was really cool. We had, and then at the end of the episode, we had the ISA, getting ready to actually investigate the new JSA, because they didn't really believe that this was the JSA because they killed the original team way back when. So now they are getting ready to investigate whoever the hell this new team is and what members the team consists of, and what they're doing and why they're fighting and all that sort of stuff. So the ISA versus the JSA, when it happens, should be pretty cool to see. But we had that. They have almost everything they need. They just need Brainwave to actually wake up, so they can actually use the satellite and emit his brainwaves and whatever. So that's gonna be coming up soon. We also had Cameron. Some interesting visual information about him was revealed. He went to blow out the birthday candle that the waitress gave him, the birthday cake, and as he did so, some icicles did, some cold breath did show up, just like with his dad. So he has basically near enough the same powers as his dad. So seeing him unlocking that power and deciding what to do with it is going to be a cool thing. I think it definitely puts a spin on it, because I think my kind of original theory was just that he would just be like a civilian with no powers that would find out about all this stuff and then be forced to make a decision by the end of the season. But now we know that he does have powers, and so I think they might not use it yet. They might not use it just yet. They might still kind of wait until the end of the season to actually show off him discovering it, and then season 2 might be him actually deciding what to do with his newfound powers and deciding who to tell and all that kind of stuff. But then again, that also depends on whether or not the ISA is defeated in this season, or what happens with his dad, if Project New America goes forward and where he stands on that. But we'll see. But it was a super fun episode. We saw like a bit of clashing and some conflict in the first half, and in the second half we got our team up and some awesome combat. So yeah, that is pretty much all I've got from the last one. So episode 7, Shiv, part 1. Let's go. If you guys want the full-length reaction to this episode to watch along to, that will be up on Patreon, so you can go to that over there. But yeah, episode part 1 of Shiv. Let's go.
Beth, you okay in there?
Oh damn, yeah. Is that a snake ring? It's all squiggly. Yeah, I think that's a snake ring. The daughter of the lizard dude, the Dr. Ito, the guy with the lizard eyes and the scaly skin and the mask and everything. Oh yeah, the JSA teaming up in the corridor, huh? That's cool. Yeah, that's cool.
Her mom died?
That's no excuse. She's just a horrible person.
Yeah. I mean, Rick lost both of his parents and he was just antisocial.
Say it louder.
Done such a great job here. You and your family should be proud.
You see, if he wasn't in high school, he'd be such a genuinely nice guy. Like a good boss and a nice guy, but then you remember he's killed people, including a kid.
Surprise me.
And then he's just not a nice guy anymore.
There is no book so bad that it has not something good in it. Thank you, my lady.
Thank you, my lady. Is he British all of a sudden? Was he ever American? He sounds so British now.
We have to go to the
And chivalrous. Yeah, that janitor is he a good guy or a bad guy? I genuinely can't tell. He seems weird, but not dangerous. Whoa, he's got a sword! He's got a full sword!
Up for the cloud experiment.
Seriously, who the hell is it? Who the hell is this guy?
Some serious.
Power of 3, so X is 17. 17. Equals
Oh, damn. He's literally reading the other's minds. He's gonna ace it, maybe? He's probably gonna ace it. I mean, there's no guarantee everyone gets the same answer. Damn.
And if you want, we can, hang Saturday night. Oh, sure. Cool. Then I'll text you. 'Cause you have my number. Mm-hmm. Okay.
How? Don't need to ask when she leaked Yolanda's thing. Yolanda won't appreciate this. You know, Courtney hanging out with one of the people who ruined her life. As civilized as she's being right now, she has done stuff that she needs to apologize for.
Because if I were you, I'd be praying I was hit by a car.
Oh.
My day was awful.
She could not be farther from a good person.
No. So you're disobeying me again.
Oh, she is
disobeying you.
abusive as
Your father has given me very strict instructions.
It's a literal fucking cave. That's the basement.
Stop growling at me. Creep.
Is that Solomon Grundy? She has Solomon Grundy in her basement.
It's great.
What? If they fail at this, then then Blue Valley is doomed. If they fail with this, then Blue Valley is fucking doomed to hell.
He first appeared on the scene a few decades ago, battling against Wildcat and Green Lantern.
If we wanted a history lesson, we'd ask Beth in her goggles.
Rotund form and southern fried charm for you. He's one of the most cunning and nefarious criminal masterminds in the world. The Fiddler, male. You have no idea the threat that Solomon Grundy presents if they still control him.
Yeah, not even a clear photo.
Is
not even a clear picture.
rushing to
Whoa. Okie dokie.
You could have saved one of those for me to practice on.
Me too. I'm a newbie at all this.
That was lame.
All right, we'll just call it for today.
So much for training.
I'm really sorry.
It's the JSA, not Stargirl and company. She has an She has an Assassin's Creed knife under her skin, in her arm.
It takes 2 weeks to condition them. It's like you've learned nothing from your mother's death.
Yeah.
I was young. Okay, that was a mistake.
She killed her mother. Oh, Christ.
If you're unhappy, buy some clothes. Or throw another party.
Yeah, typical teenager stuff.
I don't have time to prepare another.
To prepare another stepmother?
My greatest.
He can just create people? He created his daughter?
There's this girl I want to go with. I just don't know how to ask her.
Who's the
When
girl?
you really like someone, it's like competition.
Huh.
There's another man pursuing her.
Who was that?
What would you do?
Did you kill him?
I killed him.
No, he killed him. He killed him. Was it Starman?
Trafalgar Square in London.
Is that why he killed Starman?
Page after page of the most amazing drawings she'd made. Of me.
Huh.
So she liked you too.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Okay, I'm starved. I'm gonna grab a hot dog. You two want anything?
No thanks.
Nachos, popcorn, a giant foam finger, a funnel cake.
Okay, yeah, Mike, I'll go take out a quick loan and then go to the concession stand. Coke and a hot dog.
Jeez.
Because I deal with them. Pat and I have been through a lot. More than you know.
Mike.
You can still be close with your step-parents. Jesus.
Hey.
I was hoping you'd be here.
Oh,
Do
it's
you mind if I sit down?
Courtney.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Courtney. She's the girl he has a crush on.
She and I can hang out some other time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, great.
Great.
Great. Oh, that's so cute. That's so cute. Icicle Jr. and Stargirl. That is going to be an interesting combination.
Forget it. Forever.
Okay, never mind.
I'd really
No, your loss, not mine.
Popcorn, hot dogs, funnel cake. You know, I don't see anything on that menu that's on your plan, big guy. Except maybe the water.
Wait, he's the coach! He's the gym dude! He's the gym guy! That's been trying to bulk up Pat! Sportsmaster's been trying to bulk up Pat! Really?
Where's Courtney?
Don't know, don't care.
Mike. Jesus, enough with this. There we go. Yeah, she's not gonna recognize that great big burning scorch mark? No, not at all. Oh, the code's changed. He's changed the code.
Dad!
Oh, she's gonna put the suit on. She's gonna put the suit on. Is she Shiv? She's got like a Shiv up her arm. Does that mean she's Shiv? Is she Shiv? Oh, yeah. Oh, damn. Oh, Christ. Okay. Ooh. Holy crap. Oh, what is that? Dragonfire? Is that Dragonfire? Oh. Oh.
Oh no.
Whoa, oh, she can heal, can't she? She can heal. She can heal. She can heal right back up again. Oh, crippity crap. Oh. Oh, a good 360 shot. 360 shot, that's really cool. That's really cool, yeah. Oh. Oh! The janitor!
Until death, it is all right.
He's a knight! He's a knight in shining armor, or non-shining armor. He's just a white knight. The janitor came to the rescue, really? No, don't be saying her name out loud like that. She's gonna find out.
Stripesy.
Stripesy, he knows! He was a member of the JSA! He was a member of the JSA! Oh, damn. Oh, Courtney. Oh, jeez. Oh, God. I swear to God, this series actually gets better and better the more it goes by. This series actually gets better. No, not you, Siri. I said series, not Siri. Okay, no, she shuts up at that point. No, this series is actually getting better and better. That is a lot. That is a lot. That is a lot to take in. Yeah, so Cindy's father is Dr. Ito. Cindy's father is Dr. Ito. I kind of had a hunch, you know, there was no mention of a father for her, but yet he mentioned a daughter and preparing a world for her. So I was like, you know, okay, so he has a daughter. She has to be around. Like we've met 2 ISA kids, so 3 ISA kids so far. Artemis, Cameron, and Henry. So it only makes sense for there to be a fourth. Only makes sense for there to be a fourth. But I like that they kept things interesting with still having the ISA around whilst it's the JSA's kids, so to speak, who actually end up carrying the JSA mantle. But the ISA is still around whilst their kids are, on that curve of rising up to their mantles. So that was cool. But yeah, so Dr. Ito, he is the father of Cindy, and he remarried twice. But the first, so Cindy accidentally killed her mother. Cindy accidentally killed her first mother, and then the second one, I think, was a stepmother, so she probably killed her non-accidentally. And now the third one, is just a victim of a constant cycle of abuse. And he made her, apparently. He said he doesn't. He can't create another one. He said be nice to this mother because I can't make another one, or I can't create another one. And then he called Cindy his greatest experiment. So does he know how to make people? Like, can he, like? Because I have a feeling he's not talking about just I mean, he called Cindy his greatest experiment, but I have a feeling he's not talking about human reproduction under that particular context. I have a feeling he's actually talking about scientific experimentation and stuff, so I don't know. I mean I'm pretty sure there's like a certain reptilian species out there that can kind of reproduce, or like it sheds its skin as it ages. So it ages a few years and then it sheds its skin, and then it ages a few more years and it sheds it more of its skin. I'm pretty sure I've read something about like reptiles that can actually shed their skin, like reptiles and lizards that can shed their skin the more they age and stuff. So I don't know Dr. Ito seems to be like some kind of cross between a human and a lizard, and he's got just lizard zombies working for him, like non-responsive, almost zombified lizard people working for him that Courtney, that Cindy can just cut down with the spear and nothing will happen. So there's that. But yeah, he apparently creates people. He apparently has the power to make people. So he's powerful enough on his own. He's powerful enough on his own, but he is still a part of the ISA. So that's that. But yeah, and she has Solomon. So her entire basement is the combined offices of Dr. Ito, the cage where they're keeping Solomon Grundy. The cage where they're keeping Solomon Grundy, and she's completely unfazed by it. And thirdly, the actual base, the actual headquarters for the ISA. So there's like an office for Dr. Ito to do his stuff, and then there's an actual downstairs area where there's like a base for the ISA to operate out of. So yeah, that's cool. So he provides a lot. He provides a lot for the ISA, and he seems to be a very formidable villain. He has a lot of control over Cindy, and he controls what she can and can't do. But yeah, Dr. Ito. So he is the father. He is the father of Cindy. And Cindy, she played with chemicals. Apparently. Dr. Ito didn't really care much for organization or keeping his stuff locked away when she was a kid, and she played around with some chemicals, and she knows her stuff now, but I don't know. He mentioned he gave her her powers. He mentioned giving her powers. I don't know if it was... I don't know if she accidentally killed her mother with her powers, or if it was the chemicals that she was messing around with, that she made something dangerous and it blew up in her face or something, or what happened. But either way, he gave her powers. And then that begs the question, right? Can the other ISA members give their kids their powers? I mean, Icicle already passed down his genes, his powers to Cameron. And Henry already has, we've seen that Henry already has the ability to read the minds of other people from his dad. He has, like basic brainwave powers, and he immediately, uses it to just cheat on the test. He reads the other students' minds and sees what they're guessing and what their calculations are, and then picks the answers based on what they're doing. So, that's that. I mean, I can't see that. I can't say that isn't like not relatable, but I can't say that isn't realistic. Like if a teenager in high school actually did have the power to read minds, then I'm pretty sure, besides from pulling other kinds of pranks and invading privacy in many other ways, I'm pretty sure a teenager would be tempted at the very least to actually read other people's minds during the test and see what they're doing. It's unethical, sure, but they're teenagers. Like some of them just literally can't be asked, and others just also can't be asked, but they also just kind of they're kind of using it to their advantage. They're actually being intuitive in the wrong way. Intuitive in the wrong way. Instead of using their heightened brain powers to, you know, work out stuff on their own, they're just reading their classmates' minds and stuff. So Henry doesn't really seem very scholarly besides from his athleticism. So, you know, yeah. So and he's just his own thing. And Henry obviously is having a very tough time. He's having a very tough time with his dad in hospital, and Cindy just couldn't give a hoot. Cindy could not give a hoot. She was there for show and tell, basically, and just, you know, wanted to bring up the homecoming thing with Henry and all that kind of stuff. So she couldn't care less that his dad in the hospital, or anything like that. So she kind of doesn't really have anyone to talk to, so she has that kind of issue. And then her friends, I mean, she pushes her only friends away. And, you know, like, life at high school is basically like a popularity contest to her. And even the way she described it to her dad, like, you know, oh, the kids at school will do anything I say. I basically run that place, not Principal Bowen. I would have loved it if Principal Bowen walked into the room at that exact moment. I would have loved it if that happened, but no. But yeah, then they could actually have an actual contest to see who can run the school better: Principal Bowen, the fiddler, or Cindy, Shiv. I think she's Shiv now. She literally has like Shiv's under her skin. I thought she had like an Assassin's Creed glove on. I thought she had like an Assassin's Creed gauntlet on that she just shut up. But then if she does, that's definitely under her skin too. But no, like the Shiv actually comes out from under her skin, so that's one of her powers. And then there's the suit, which I don't know why it's there originally. I don't know if it belonged to her mother or if it was something else. I mean, or maybe it's a suit that he made for her, but, you know, he doesn't believe she's ready to actually wear it yet or wield the little dragonfire staff, which is a badass staff. That staff is badass. But yeah, so there's that. So then she did wear the suit in the end. She did wear the suit in the end, and she put on the suit and she fought Courtney and she fought Stargirl. So that stuff was all great. So yeah, the ISA are considering it though. The ISA are considering, or at least certain members of the ISA are considering giving their children powers. Like, you know, Principal Bowen's son Isaac. She doesn't believe that the kids are ready, and that her kid especially isn't ready for powers. So she's kind of avoiding that particular jump set as of yet. But she is. You know, I think part of her does see the benefit behind it, but she just doesn't want to wait till they're ready. And then Sportsmaster and Tigress already want their daughter to succeed and excel in high school. So then, giving her powers beyond that is probably one of their dreams. And then I don't know if the Gambler has kids. Solomon Grundy probably doesn't have any kids. No, I don't. Something tells me he's not the kind of guy to reproduce like that. Something tells me he's not the kind of guy. Or that there probably isn't even a Mrs. Grundy either, but I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, they do have kids, and they are considering giving them powers, but it's as of yet undecided. But I mean, 3 of them. Cindy has powers, and she's more than willing to use them. She wants a seat at the table. She's fighting for a seat at the high ISA members table. You know, like the prime members and all that kind of stuff. So she's fighting for that, and her father thinks she's way below ready. So there's that. But then all that's left is for Brainwave and Icicle to realize that their kids have powers. All that's left is for Cameron and Henry's parents. And I mean, Henry's dad needs to wake up first, and then he has to realize he has powers. And then, because I think, you know, given how powerful Brainwave was, I think he'd probably be able to sense that, you know, his son has his powers, or he'd be able to sense that kind of similar kind of wavelength or whatever, like that similar kind of power level. So there's that. But then Cameron, his powers have so far gone undetected, so we'll see where that leads. But yeah, I think the parents can give their kids powers both by choice and by like genetic inheritance, like with Cameron. Like, you know, his genes, his powers are just passed down. Brainwave's powers were passed down, but yeah, I mean, Dr. Eaters, I think, is up for more discussion, because I think he could have created Cindy, you know, like beyond more than just reproduction. He actually could have he could have intentionally created a child that had his powers. He could have intentionally created like an offspring that actually had his powers. But yeah, we'll see where it all leads. Sportsmaster as Pat's gym coach. I'm surprised I didn't recognize that sooner, because I think in the first couple of episodes he was actually around so much. And I thought when he showed up in this episode next to him in the queue, I thought, oh wait, maybe maybe Sportsmaster's clocked him. Maybe he's actually uncovered him as Stripesy and he's here to send off like a threat or something. But no, he just mentioned how unhealthy the menu was and how Pat should be eating better. And then I thought, wait, what? Why? And then I remembered, oh yeah, when the season started off, that guy was actually his gym coach. The guy actually ran a gym. And then Pat showed up and he actually tried to bulk up, and then he had to stop Pat eating unhealthy stuff. So I was like, oh damn, yeah, Sportsmaster is his coach. Sportsmaster is his coach. So that's an interesting time. Like a lot of the kind of inter-character relationships here with the actual human identities are actually really, really fun to watch, knowing what the actual alter egos are like and just seeing how that stuff's going to be uncovered later on. But yeah, Sportsmaster and Pat, we haven't seen them together in a while. We haven't seen them together in a long while. So this is like the first time we've seen them actually working. Not even working. We're just like, this is the first time we've seen them interacting since any of their gym sessions. So yeah, that was fun. And then there's Mike. Mike has his own beef to pick with Courtney. He's just angry and upset. And I mean, can you blame him? I don't know if you can, because I think he says him and Pat have been through a lot, but I think we don't really know much about their history, like who his mother was before Barbara. But then even then, I think I don't know. He seemed grateful when Barbara showed up at his science fair the last episode. He seemed grateful for that, but he apparently still, he uses the fact. He uses the fact that him and Barbara don't hang out as justification for why Pat and Courtney shouldn't be hanging out. Like he doesn't seem to believe that step parents can be real parents, or that or that they should have close relationships with their stepkids, which is absolute BS. It's absolute BS. So it's like the parental relationships in this show are surprisingly well done, like in the sense of how much in the sense that you either love them or you hate them. And I think Pat and Courtney have been getting on well. So you kind of learn to enjoy them, and they seem to get along like as like a mentor mentee would. Like it doesn't seem like a proper. I mean, there are father-daughter elements in there, but there is clearly more of like a mentor-mentee relationship in there because of the background that they now share, because of the whole JSA thing and Stargirl and Starman and training her with the thing, and even them making up lies like driving and cooking and everything makes things worse. Because like, oh, so you're not even training her to be a superhero, you're just teaching her all these kind of bonding skills, like stuff you can actually bond over, and instead you're just giving me the paper out and then you're just hanging out with her. So I think you can probably see where his pain comes from, but at the same time, I think I've never truly seen him make much of an effort to actually hang out with Pat. No, like he always, like Pat asks him what he's up to, and then he tells him either a half-assed truth or he just gives him like the low rundown. But I've never seen him actually making plans to hang out with Pat. I've never seen him actually inviting Pat to play a video game or go to the arcade or go out to dinner together or do anything like that. It's just now, like, it seems fairly out of nowhere. Like his anger especially seems fairly out of nowhere. Like, he seems like maybe it's been stewing inside him for a while and he hasn't really given off any signs because he's not like usually an emotional person. But then once he gets Courtney alone, then he decides to vent all of his feelings and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, but yeah, again, it shocks me even more because he seemed genuinely happy that Barbara actually showed up, that Barbara at least bothered showing up, and it seemed like he would use that as an excuse to be like, okay, so Barbara is his like Barbara being his stepmother is as much of a mother as his bio mother would have been. So it's another adult in his life that cares about him, that cared enough to show up and spend some time and see what he was working on. Like it seems like that would be cause for celebration as opposed to using that to store up more vented feelings than anything else. But I don't know. But he's a kid. I think kids, unless you like talk to them about their emotions and tell them it's okay to feel things and talk about their stuff, then they just sit and stew or blame everything on someone else. But I don't know. It just like in that scene, his anger seemed somewhat kind of surprising. But I guess we'll see. We'll see how stuff goes. We had Cameron asking out Courtney. That was really cute. So yeah, I thought it was gonna be Yolanda for a second. I thought it was gonna be. I don't know why. No, I do know why. No, it's because he drew over the thing, the graffiti that Cindy originally put on her locker. He drew some artwork over it to cover it up and stuff. So I thought it might be Yolanda. I mean, because yeah, in terms of like social outcasts, like them two seem to be like similar in that regard. Like, you know, like Yolanda doesn't really talk to, like, even now, like Yolanda doesn't seem to talk to anyone out of her kind of JSA friend group. So, and that there's that, and then Cameron seems fairly introverted too. He seems fairly, you know, kept to himself. So I thought, you know, him and Yolanda might pair up in that regard. But no, he's actually into Courtney. He's into Courtney. So that's cool. That's cool. Icicle Jr. and Stargirl. So that will be, yeah, that will be interesting to see. So they are going to the homecoming dance. I mean, well, given how the episode ended, we have no idea what Courtney's condition is. So whether or not there's actually a homecoming dance in the books for her, we don't know. But we'll see. We will see exactly where this all leads us and what happens. But yeah, he wanted to ask out Courtney, and he even went to his dad for advice. And his dad, I'm pretty sure he killed whoever the competition was. Not Starman. That much was obvious. But yeah, no, his dad killed whoever the competition was. And knowing him, there is no way that's a joke. So there was that, and then he gave him, and then he shared like a cute little backstory there where he met the mother in Trafalgar Square, and she was constantly drawing pictures of him each time she saw him, and just waiting for him to actually go over to her. So that was that cute little romantic story, a cute little romantic kind of introduction to their little relationship and marriage and etc. But yeah, we have Cameron and Courtney now. We don't have them just yet, but we can have them soon. In the coming episodes, we can have them. So that's cool. But yeah, I think that seems like a cute pairing. Seems like a cute pairing. Yeah, I think it seems alright. I think we'll have to wait and see what actually goes. But I mean, they seem to get along well together. He wasn't overly kind of brutish towards her to begin with. He actually did strike up a conversation, and they actually did talk a bit in class before they were cut off. So they seem to get along well, and he has he's kind of open enough to actually have a crush on her. So we shall see how it goes. The janitor, the janitor. Okay, the janitor. I thought I spent a good, the better half of the season so far thinking that he might be a villain. But now he seems to be a hero. He actually, not just a hero, but a member of the JSA. He's like a white knight. He's basically I called him a white knight in shining armor, but then he doesn't have any armor, so he's just like a white knight. But yeah, that's I'm not saying that because he is white. I'm not saying it because of that. But he just showing up. He had like a white thing on his cap, and then he had like a picture on his wall of like a white like figure of some kind. So that kind of makes me thinking of that, makes me say white knight. But he had an actual sword. That was weird. He had an actual sword among the broomsticks. So yeah, I think I wonder if he's like how he ended up here. He knows Stripesy. He saw Pat and he immediately recognized him. He was like, Stripesy. Like other than that one line, everything else was like really old agey shit. Like up until now he was completely American. Up until now he sounded completely American. It wasn't until this episode he was like saying oh m'lady and all that kind of stuff. He was like chivalrous and crap, and he was British now. And he has like a proper like medieval sword and stuff that he carries around. So there's that. So yeah, he's some kind of knight. He's some kind of white knight, and he was a member of the JSA. So yeah. So I wonder how he ended up in this situation. How he ended up being the janitor. Because if he's a member of the JSA, there is no way an ISA member being the principal of the school, there is no way he'd be hired by an ISA member if he was a member of the JSA, unless when he applied for the job, he was completely like, unrecognizable, or maybe if it wasn't his choice or what happened. But yeah, like him being the janitor, he'd have to be kind of accepted in by like the principal, right? And then unless this was before Bone was principal, maybe if it was before Bone was principal, then he'd have more choice. But I think if he was put into this position whilst Bone was still principal, I can't see that happening unless someone snuck him in. But then how he ended up here, like how he, unless he's like some kind of an amnesiac, like if he's maybe lost his memories and that's why he's repeating all of these different phrases, like he said something before, he like sniffed the book, and then he was like, there are dragons in the water, to Beth and stuff. So he's saying all this like really cryptic stuff whilst being the janitor, and I think maybe he still has some of his memories, because I think otherwise he wouldn't have known to actually I think otherwise he wouldn't really know to keep the sword unless it was just given to him, and then he wouldn't know to actually jump in when Cindy was about to actually kill Courtney. So I think he has like some foggy memories here and there, but for the most stuff it's just really cryptic words coming out of his mouth, like there are dragons in the water. Oh, dragons in the water, the sewers, maybe the sewers underground, dragons underground, Dr. Ito underground. Okay, this janitor's got another thing going. This janitor has another game going. He has another game. He's playing a whole other game. So he knows then. He does have some idea. He's aware of what's around him, but he just, like whatever condition he's in, he can't talk normally. He actually talks cryptically. He talks cryptically. So the dragons in the water, there's dragons underground where, water runs underground, and, Dr. Ito, he's okay. Okay, I see you, writers. You playing that cryptic crap with me. I see you. Okay, that's smart. I'll admit, that's smart. So yeah, okay. So this janitor, I still don't know who he is. I don't know what his name is. If he actually is like White Knight, because sometimes comic book names can be fairly simple. Other times they can be, somewhat more kind of complex or somewhat more like extravagant. But I don't know. He must be a knight of some kind. He must be a knight of some kind. But yeah, so he has a sword. I don't know if it's like I don't know if it's a magical sword. It seems to withstand the power, the strength and stuff of the staff. But I mean, it doesn't seem like it doesn't seem like you need a lot to actually withstand the actual brute force of the stuff. But unless she actually started breathing fire at you, then you'd need some kind of shield. But yeah, he came in. He recognized Stripesy. That's saying something. That's really saying something. So he recognized Stripesy, and he had to be a member of the JSA. He has to have been a member of the JSA. So we have one surviving JSA member. We have one surviving original JSA member, and I wonder if Pat's gonna recognize him. Maybe Pat left him here. Maybe. Oh, yeah. Maybe Pat left him here because also Pat is the only surviving JSA. Is the only other surviving JSA member. So if he discovered that this Knight guy was a survivor too, then he maybe wiped his memory, left him with some tidbits here and there, but wiped his memory for the most part, and then actually planted him in the school undercover, just for free of any kind of noticeability or anything like that. So yeah, so maybe he left him there to keep an eye on. I don't know if that would work. No, I don't know. Or maybe he just left them in Blue Valley, because I can't remember where they were based originally. Like way back when the season opened, we saw that massive fight scene. I can't remember where that took place, if that was in Blue Valley or if that was somewhere else. Because then, if he was moving him out of Blue Valley, or maybe out of wherever they were originally, then he was moving them into Blue Valley. I don't know. Maybe Pat had something to do with it. Maybe he didn't. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't really seem like the condition he's in. It doesn't seem like he'd be able to move himself into a new place and then wipe his memory very easily. It seems like someone would have to help him do it. Or someone would have to actually help him undergo that kind of procedure, but I don't know. But either way, he's a knight, he's a janitor, he's British, he's chivalrous, he has a fucking sword. Dude's got a kick-ass sword, Wonder if one of these episodes he's gonna, just jump out in full-on techno punk armor and stuff with a shield and sword and a helmet. I think he's just going to start whooping us. I don't know. He seems considerably older, though. He seems considerably older, but he still stood his ground. He still protected Courtney and stuff like that. So he still knows his way around. He still knows his way around. So yeah, we will see. We will see exactly where stuff is going to be leading. Stuff is going to be led with all of these peeps. But yeah, that was a hell of an episode. Every episode, this show actually gets considerably better. It gets considerably better. So the story is going great so far. I'm loving it. I'm loving all these characters. Loving how everything is unfolding. JSA training didn't really go too well. Courtney just took out everything on her own and proved her own worth. Didn't even let her give her friends the same chance. So there's that issue. But yeah, but I mean, again, given how the episode ended, part 2 will probably be her recovery and then them actually regrouping and planning out their next attack. But yeah, that is pretty much all I've got. Solid episode. Loved it. Let me know what you guys thought and what you guys enjoyed and what you guys are looking forward to. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've got from this one. So that was Stargirl, Season 1, Episode 1, Episode 7, titled Shiv, Part 1. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed it, then salt and burn that like button. Comment and read all the episode on what you think is coming up next time on Stargirl. Once again, the full-length reaction to this episode will be up on Patreon, so you can go check that out over there. And yeah, that is it. So I will see you guys next time.